India, 1852. The Ganges River, a lifeline for millions, flowed through its heart. But this sacred river held a dark secret. A new cholera outbreak, the third in a series of devastating pandemics, was brewing. The disease born in the crowded Ganges Delta would soon leave its mark on the world. Life in 19th century India was a tapestry of extremes. For many, poverty was a harsh reality, sanitation was poor, and access to clean water was limited. These conditions created a perfect breeding ground for cholera. Cholera's symptoms were swift and terrifying. Severe diarrhea and vomiting left victims drained and weak. Rapid dehydration followed, often leading to death within hours. Fear, a constant companion, stalked the land as the death toll soared. The Ganges, once a symbol of life, now carried the stench of death. The people of India faced a formidable foe, one that seemed unstoppable in its deadly advance. Cholera, a ruthless traveler, hitched rides on the burgeoning global trade routes. Ships laden with spices, textiles, and other treasures unknowingly carried a deadly cargo. Steamships, a marvel of modern technology, became unwilling vessels of disease transmission. From the bustling ports of India, cholera embarked on its deadly voyage. First, along the coastal regions, then inland, following the paths of commerce and conquest. The disease followed trade routes like a sinister shadow, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. It reached the shores of the Middle East, ravaged parts of Africa, and swept through Europe with terrifying speed. Overcrowded cities with their inadequate sanitation and limited medical knowledge became fertile grounds for the disease's spread. Panic, like the disease itself, spread rapidly. The interconnectedness of the world, once a symbol of progress, now facilitated the disease's relentless march. The 1850s, an era of scientific advancement and social change. Yet, in the face of cholera, humanity seemed powerless. The disease, often referred to as King Cholera, tightened its grip on the world, exposing the vulnerabilities of even the most powerful nations. Cities, once teeming with life, became landscapes of fear and death. Hospitals overflowed with the sick and dying. The air, thick with the stench of decay, carried the constant threat of infection. Mass graves, a grim testament to the disease's toll, became commonplace. Fear and suspicion ran rampant, leading to the scapegoating of marginalized communities. The poor, often blamed for the disease's spread, faced further hardship and discrimination. The pandemic amplified existing social inequalities, highlighting the disparities in access to healthcare and basic sanitation. Cholera's reign of terror left an indelible mark on the human psyche. Amidst the chaos and despair, a beacon of hope emerged in London. Dr. John Snow, a physician with a keen mind and a thirst for knowledge, dared to challenge the prevailing miasma theory. This theory, which attributed diseases to foul air, had long hindered progress in understanding cholera's true nature. Snow suspected a connection between cholera and contaminated water. His meticulous investigation of a deadly outbreak in London's Soho district led him to a contaminated water pump on Broad Street. He argued that the disease was not spread by air but by something ingested. Snow's findings, though initially met with resistance, were revolutionary. His work laid the foundation for modern epidemiology. The Broad Street pump became a silent witness to Snow's groundbreaking discovery. Snow's meticulous work planted the seeds for a new understanding of disease transmission. The third cholera pandemic gradually subsided by 1860, leaving a world forever changed. The global health crisis forced a reevaluation of sanitation practices and public health policies. The need for improved sanitation, a key lesson from the pandemic, became increasingly apparent. Governments and municipalities began investing in public health infrastructure. Sewage systems were built, and access to clean water was expanded. These measures marked a significant shift in public health thinking. The legacy of the third cholera pandemic extended beyond infrastructure development. It spurred the creation of public health agencies and the development of international health regulations. The importance of disease surveillance, data collection, and international cooperation in combating global health threats became increasingly recognized. The work of Dr. John Snow gained wider acceptance, paving the way for modern epidemiology. The third cholera pandemic, though a distant echo in the annals of history, holds profound lessons for us today. In an interconnected world grappling with emerging infectious diseases and global health challenges, the echoes of the past resonate with unsettling familiarity. The rapid spread of cholera in the 19th century serves as a stark reminder of the speed at which diseases can transcend borders in our globalized world. The social and economic disparities that fueled the pandemic's spread underscore the need for equitable access to healthcare and basic sanitation. The fear and misinformation that accompanied the outbreak highlight the importance of clear communication and public trust in times of crisis. The legacy of the third cholera pandemic is a testament to the power of scientific inquiry, public health interventions, and global cooperation in combating infectious diseases. It reminds us that while we may not be able to prevent the emergence of new diseases, we can strive to create a world better equipped to respond to and mitigate their impact. The lessons learned from the past can guide us as we navigate the complex health challenges of the 21st century.